Hello and welcome everyone to another Eric Flight adventure. Let's get some music on here. Tonight we'll be continuing on our Cirrus SR22 flights. We're gonna take off right where we left off from, which is Sørvágur Airport on the Faroe Islands, and go to Edinburgh, Scotland. We're gonna make it to Europe tonight, basically. So that is awesome. Just gonna load this playlist and get the music going on here. Airplane's all fueled up. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. And we should be good. So, alright, sounds great. Sounds good. And without further ado, we're also got my new tablet today. My Samsung Tab S6. Not brand new, because I never buy brand new. I want to save money. But just to show you, it is fully working with this thing as long as mirroring works, which it is now. So anyways, let's get the Cirrus SR22 checklist out, which should be on the checklist. It was really easy to copy stuff over on this, which was cool. And, I guess I have to use Acrobat for Samsung for now. So, oh no, I gotta sign in. I'm gonna take this off screen for a second. Alright, if I must, I'm sorry. I thought I had everything configured. That's fine. Alright, they're gonna make me verify it with email and everything here, so just give me a second. Alright, there we go. Got it already. Alright, very good. It's making me put in my birthday, believe it or not. Putting in my birthday to use Adobe Acrobat for Samsung. Okie dokie. It's fine. I just want to open up my checklist. Thank you. Alright, thanks a lot. Alright, I also made the text rasterized, if you will, in Adobe Photoshop. So now it opens up really quick and we're not here for 2 minutes while it's loading. Everything on the left is your pre-flight, so we're gonna not do that. We're gonna pretend we already did that. We're gonna go before starting the engine. So with that, let me see how this is doing with the new tablet. Oh, it's doing just fine. Let me just move it over a little bit. Here we go. I think that's good enough, right? Yeah, that's good enough. Before starting engine, pre-flight inspection completed. Emergency equipment on board. Passengers brief. Seat belts, seats, harnesses, adjusted and secured. Starting the engine. External power not connected. Brakes are set. Battery master switches are going on. And I already had half my panel already on, so let's hope that it works when I do this. There we go. There we go. Strobe lights going on. That's working too. Mixture full rich. I gotta touch these quadrant things here for a second, so give me 1 second. There we go. Mixture full rich. Power level full forward. Fuel pump prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then boost. I'm gonna clear the area soon. Power level to a 4th. Because I like to say clear right before I start the engine. So right about there. And ignition to start. Clear prop. Here we go. Beautiful. It's up and running, everybody. Ignition switch. Power level. Retard to 1,000. Just a little bit. Here we go. Oil pressure. Check. It's in the green. Alternator master switches are going on. Both of them are on. And then we're also going to turn on the avionics power switch. Take the inside off. I hate that. I don't know why. Just, I find it useless to have a little window there. Engine parameters monitor. Roll the green, excuse me. External power disconnected. Amp meter is charging, so we're good. Alright, before taxiing, brakes check, flaps are up at 0%. Check the brakes on the way out. Radio and avionics. Let me do that now. because my tablet does not have any of this stuff. Let's do the ATIS first, though.
Echo Kilo Victor Golf Airport information Kilo 1000 Zulu. Wind 127 at 46.
Alright, so I'm thinking 118 if I remember right. 3, no wait, 12. Problem.
At 4,700 feet. Few clouds at 11,500 feet.
729 or 53.
2.10.
12, yep.
Altimeter 29.53. Visual runway 12 in use. Landing and departing runway 12. VSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you have Kilo.
I have Kilo. Alright, we're going to use this to get out of here. Taxiing, we'll do all that stuff. And then cabin heat, defrost, 5 degrees Celsius. I think we're okay for now. I will put the pitot heat on right now, so you just turn that light off, but they'll actually ask me to do that later. We're going to depart to the south, so here we go with the ground.
Ground Cirrus November 489er, Echo Foxtrot, request taxi for south departure with Kilo.
Cirrus November 489er, Echo Foxtrot, taxi to in hold short of runway 12 via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 124.85 when ready.
Alright, so we've got to read that back.
Taxiing hold short runway.
There's only one taxiway out of here, so I'm guessing that they're saying the taxiway out and then back taxi on runway 12. Let's just make sure we're doing 12, which should be that way, which is very good. All right, clear on the right, clear on the left. Parking brake going off. And here we go. Test the brakes on the way out. And they are indeed good. So, I was reading about the the Cirrus that my flight school has to rent, and you do need 100 hours, not total, you need 100 hours of pilot and command, which makes sense a little bit. So I'm not quite there yet, and it didn't really matter anyways, because I kind of want my instrument rating first, but it'll be okay, it'll be all good. And you know what I did forget to do? I forgot to check VATSIM, and see if anyone's on here in Scotland. I don't have a Scottish accent at all. I wish I did, but I don't. So, without further ado, let's look at this together. You might notice that's my new tab S6 right there. I was able to get it in, and no one seems to be here. So, I think I will just do this with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I gotta be honest with you. And then, it's actually one departure. Excuse me. But we're good. We'll just do it this way. But our route tonight is to go from here, get to Edinburgh, Scotland. And I did download all this freeware scenery for Scotland. So here we go. Gonna back taxi via Alpha to runway 12. Before I do that, let's do our run up right over here. That's what we're going to do, because it looks pretty clear right here. It looks like I can. So before takeoff, caps handle, verify the pins removed. Just watched a story online about that where some guy did it and he got in an icing incident and died. And they found that the caps handle was still locked. The pin was still in it, basically. Seat belt and shoulder secured, doors latch, brakes hold. Flight controls, free and correct, they are. Trim set for takeoff, we'll look here, but again, in the real world, you'd look over here. Autopilot disconnected, it is. Trim set, oh yeah, flap set 50%. Checking, sorry, it's been a long day. I had to work, it's been up since like 6, so. Flight and engine instruments, check, all in the green. HSI and altimeter, check. Good. Fuel quantity confirmed. It is full. We're on the left tank. Fuel selector, good. Propeller will check by increasing it to 2,000 and making sure the manifold pressure goes up as needed. go. Looks good. All right. Pitot heat's already on. Alternator checking. Good. Avionics are on already. Nav lights are going on. Make sure they went on. Good. And landing lights at this time. All right. Verify. Yeah, that's for real. That's not the simulator. So, voltage check. Good. Excuse me. There's somewhere where I'm supposed to go to 1700 RPMs. Yeah, there it is. Okay. That was earlier, but we're okay. 1700 RPMs. Okay, around there or so. Check the right magneto. Good, back to both. Left magneto. Back to both. Very good. Power level decreased to 1,000. Transponder set for alts. 7,000 because we're in Europe. And nav radios set for takeoff. I have to make sure the autopilot's on. And seeing that we're going south, east, we're going at odd altitude. We'll go 9,500 one more time because we are going over water. And pitot heat will be on. I don't think we're gonna need the de-ice, the airframe de-icing for now, so we're gonna leave it off, and we should be good. We're gonna turn around to our left here and get out of here. So normal takeoff. There you go. That's everything you need to know. We're gonna rotate at 70. Track the flaps at 80. And then climb at 101. So. Goodbye, Vega Airport. It's been interesting, you know, to go to the Faroe Islands. First time ever for that. And we'll go to the right here. All the way down to 1-2. Again, apologize to the audience. But we are leaving not real world time. We're leaving right after morning here to go to Scotland to see all the sights. But we do have real life weather on, and the clouds are broken here at 1500. So it's going to be a little tough getting out of here. It's going to be okay. I'm going to turn around over here. Could have done my run up over here, but that's okay. Line up to the tower, and doesn't seem like they're doesn't seem like, oh, there it is, takeoff clearance. Okay. Whew.
Tower Cirrus November 489er Echo Foxtrot at runway 12 ready for takeoff departure to the south. Cirrus November 489er Echo Foxtrot.
Maybe I should have called from there.
Runway 12 south departure approved.
Okay. Clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff runway 12 Cirrus 9er Echo Foxtrot.
It's a problem with the takeoff from Camp Commission, otherwise there's enough roll around us. We'll land directly ahead for under 1,000 feet or so. And with this problem, Camp Commission, otherwise we'll land directly ahead, no more than 30-degree turns. Best glide speed on this is 88, I think. Yep, I'm getting good at it. And then anything over 1,000, it's a problem, Camp Commission, otherwise we'll take a turn to the right and land down in the taxiway, the grass and right. Whatever's available to us, best glide speed is 88. Without further ado, let's get this thing going. So, on the floor, full throttle, and here we go. And rotate. Track the flaps. Make sure that I did. Good. You gotta watch out for those clouds as we get out of here. But goodbye, Vagar. And let's get to Scotland somehow. Okay.
Cirrus 9 Echo Foxtrot, continue for south departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Okay, thank you very much. You gotta acknowledge that.
Tower Cirrus November 489 Echo Foxtrot, continue for south departure.
Now there are some Sigmets out there for turbulence, but again, we're just gonna go for it. I want to get these flights kind of going, so see what happens here. All right, let's get some autopilot going here. Up there, so that's good. Nav, turn on course, and we should be good. No marker needed. All right, and just to show you where we're going with all this. Yep, I forgot to do flight plan go. See that? All right, screen's got to flicker here for a second. Yeah, a second. You saw my son, Zach. Yeah. All right, external. There you go. New. There we go. All right, so we are just leaving the Faroe Islands. I thought this would have the route there. I thought I saved it. Well, I guess not. Because I got blocked. Alright, so there. 2. 2. Why can't I remember what I was doing there? EGPH. Thank you. There you go. So that's where we are. And that's where we're going. Should take us a while getting above these clouds.
Cirrus 9 Echo Foxtrot, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
And I know I am not going en route because I forgot to put it set to that, so it's all good though.
Tower Cirrus November 489
We might cheat a little bit and go through these clouds,
change.
but it's good because we're on autopilot. No icing so far, so we're pretty good. And we just gotta get through these clouds, so. Again, it's about the journey. It's not about being realistic. Hey George, what's up? How's it going? Going to Scotland. I don't know if that was a good accent or not. Probably wasn't. It's probably the worst one ever, but that's okay. Making our way through these broken clouds at 1500. Not exactly legal for VFR, but we'll go with it anyways. We're gonna break through it just like that and be fine. So once we get up there enough, we will not have a problem. Until we might have to go under some clouds in Scotland. Currently at Edinburgh, real life weather at least, it is 130 at 7 knots. That's the winds. Broken at 2200, broken at 4300. So as we get closer, we might have to get underneath the clouds, but they are broken, so it's minimum VFR, not IFR conditions yet. It's supposed to be raining in Scotland. That makes sense. So ETA would be, we're climbing now, so probably about, I want to say about 2 hours or so, 2.5 hours at most. That's what I'm hoping at least. So winds are not favoring us right now, but we'll see as we keep going. I doubt they're going to favor us as much as we had going over the Atlantic. So I mean, we're kind of going over the Atlantic still, but at the same time, getting out of the Faroe Islands here. We are using live weather with Microsoft, but not real world time again, so that way we can see places. So let's take a look outside the plane. So as you can see, it's kind of over. It looks overcast, but it's broken. So in real life, what I would have had to do is skin the surface, got up to here, broke through these clouds really fast to go above them. But set tonight. We'll cheat a little bit. Just get it out there. I do have to lean out the mixture here for maximum power. And kind of looks like the weather that's going to be here in New England in real life tomorrow. So I already canceled my flight tomorrow because it's supposed to rain and be overcast and really bad. So with gusty winds up to like 32 knots. So we'll just leave it where it is and fly again some other day. It's also my 2-year-old's 3-year birthday, so I just kept booking stuff on Saturdays. I would have probably canceled anyways, so. What I really would have liked to do is take her on a birthday flight, but unfortunately, my wife still does not allow me to fly with our children. So, gotta respect still. Trying out the Samsung Galaxy Tab S6 tonight. Bought it used on eBay. It looked like it was brand new, came with the box and everything, and it's definitely faster than my Tab S3. The good news, though, is that it has 256 gigabytes of memory, like a hard drive space, if you will, in the tablet, so I can make all my EFBs run with full data installed right in the tablet. And I still have tons of space, which was my big deal about upgrading the tablet. So I used, again, flight funds to do that because I had some money saved up. So we did that, and shouldn't need another tablet, hopefully, for years. So, but currently, here's where we are. And you can see my new Samsung Tab S6 there. I did update the graphics a little bit here. And that's where we are, to our destination in Scotland, Edinburgh. So, don't really have an electronic flight bag with European charts in it, but it'll do, you know. As far as on SkyVector here, you can see the segments here for turbulence. So it's going to be pretty bumpy. And also, we're going to have to watch our cloud cover here, trying to get through things. So, just keep it going and see what we can do here. And on VATSIM, again, there was nobody controlled. Oops, hello. Now my computer's going to say it doesn't like it again. So give it a second. Let's go to version 2, fantastic, actually. That's okay. Yes, I understand the risk because they're on. Yes, please do. That's my fire scanner doing that. Alright. This has been on preview release forever. But as you can see, in Europe, in real life, it's about, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's why. There was someone departing out of here, but that's where we're going. Just like it says right there. So that's actually... Whoa, that looks terrible, doesn't it? Oh well, we'll just go with it and see what happens. If we're underneath it, I'm sure we're going to be fine, right? Alright. Getting back to ETA here. Did that just, like, skip frames? I think it did. No, come back to me. My sim's working on my computer. Why isn't it working here? I don't know. Alright, let's see that. And then there. George, is it frozen for you, bud? Let me know. I have an ETA approximately 3 hours or so right now. But again, we're climbing for 9,500 still. And leading for maximum power. Yeah, right about there. So. No, it's frozen. Well, my camera's working. It's just the... I don't get it. Alright, let me try flipping on and off the simulator thing here. Did that work? Oh, it worked. Hey, cool. Don't know what was going on with that. I literally just pushed the view off and on, and it started working again. So I'm sorry about that. Coming up on cruise altitude here. We didn't climb that bad. Yeah, I just don't understand what's been happening with Streamlabs lately. It's been doing that. Is it because I'm adding a bunch of things lately, like the tablet and stuff? I have no clue. Excuse me. But this should prove interesting. This might be one of those flights where it looks awesome until we get towards Scotland. We'll have to see. I don't know why my allergies always bug me. It's crazy. Alright, we're just about there, so I'll try to lean it out just a little bit more. Now, we want maximum power first. So it's going to be about 74% there. Honestly, you have the northern part of Scotland. I'll show you where we're going here. There are some airports in northern Scotland and also northern Ireland, I believe. So, but we'll be overflying those. Let's see. Alright, let's look at the source here. So coming over the north here, you have Inverness, Scotland. There's got to be an airport around here. Somewhere. There's some airports out here. I downloaded a bunch of scenery too, so. But we're going to Edinburgh. Glasgow's right outside of that. So there might be like major ones, about 2, you know. I don't know if we're going to see them all. Again, the Faroe Islands are there. And we're just crossing the little channel here, if you will. I don't even know if it's a channel. I think it's still the Atlantic Ocean to Edinburgh. So, gonna have to watch out in these mountains over here. Go from there. Again, altitude on those mountains. It says I should be at least about 4,000. Let's see. No, actually, probably 5,500 to cross these mountains over here. So, Leeds Bradford's there. Okay. Yeah. Then you got Newcastle. Oh wait, that's in. Hello. I was too far south. Sorry. All right. So we do have Inverness right there. Like I told you, there'd probably be one there. Perth, Scone, and then Edinburgh. Of course, there are some out here. This is Aberdeen. So there are some airports. Ooh, I gotta turn this down there. 65% so far. Almost exceeded the engine there. I don't know if you can see that. But alright, I got a ground speed of 152 knots so far. And probably about 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5 hours, something like that. So. But we're going to see a lot of clouds on our way. And getting out of the Faroe Islands here. Again, the elevation data here, not as good as it could be, probably because Faroe Islands aren't the most popular place to go, but, and they also have some terrain mesh issues with ponds and stuff. There is a village down there though, and a boat, so it's pretty cool. They all look like yachts down there though. There are even more boats. Is that another one? Yeah, that's another boat. There is civilization on some of these islands. Some farmland there. This is the southern tip of the Faroe Islands, I believe, so. But as far as the Faroe Islands, that was the airport. There's only one in the whole entire territory, nation of the Faroe Islands. So they are self-governing, so I guess you call them a nation. wanted to start this flight earlier, but my daughter, again, was up a little later than I thought, and had to tuck her in and stuff, so that's just what you have to do as a parent, I guess. No icing up here at all. It's been pretty good after crossing from Canada to Greenland and having all that icing problems. We're good. Yeah, I'm on multiplayer. I'm on the East server. So if you want to quickly just load up at, or, you know, the northernmost airport in the UK, go ahead. You know, you could actually meet me and swing around if you'd like. Well, you know, increase this a little bit to 60% power. There you go. New ring speed again is 133 knots in the Cirrus. And it looks beautiful as of now. Let's just see what happens when we get to the UK. So. Again, before I was streaming earlier, I was watching the great Dane Flats, the man, the myth, the legend, and he is flying into Atlanta tonight from Columbus, Ohio. And again, if you haven't checked out Dane Flats, you should. You're definitely should. So. Like Paul Stanley of Kiss. I could see that. So, but anyways, Dave Flats knows how to have a good time. That's all I'm going to say. So, when you're not checking out my stream, check out Dane Flats. And we'll be heading over the ocean pretty soon from the southern tip of the Faroe Islands on course with autopilot. Thank you to, once again, Otto, the autopilot.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
Oh man, he didn't inflate like on screen either. That's not working either, man. Come on. I must have a glitch. That's all I gotta say. So, some type of glitch. Not supposed to have audio with it. I don't know where the audio went with that either. So, but it's cool. We're all right. Maybe my stream is too powerful and I broke the internet. I don't know. Everything was working before the stream. So I don't know. But anyways, I welcome everyone here. Thank you for coming out. We're continuing our Cirrus SR22 flights. We left from my real-life hometown base of Plymouth, Massachusetts in the United States. And we crossed over to Greenland, to Iceland, to the Faroe Islands, and also Denmark before that, a little island. Actually, Faroe Islands is Denmark, owned by Denmark at least. And now we're on our way to Europe, where I ultimately want to get to Paris. We're flying from the Faroe Islands to Scotland, Edinburgh, Scotland tonight. So we're going to make this happen. But the clouds and the storms with the live weather are pretty bad. So we'll have to see what happens there. Again, we'll just play it by ear, and if it's a little IFR, we'll just go with it, you know? So. But we should be okay either way. And again, real world time is not on. We wanted to go during the day, and real world weather is on. So that's why we're looking forward. Let me show you what we're up against there. We're looking forward to this wonderful storm system that we're going to be coming from. Faroe Islands over here. We're going all the way to Edinburgh, Scotland right here. So I don't know tonight. I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see. And I just noticed that I should probably resize that window just a little bit. Let me do that now. Sorry, I got a new tablet today. Bought it used off of eBay for electronic flight bag, not only for simming, but for real life. And I've been adjusting things ever since. So, how does that look? Yeah, that looks about right, right? Yeah, that looks good. But this is the calm before the storm. No icing, everything's doing great. We're at negative 8 degrees Celsius outside. And flying VFR there so far. Our route will just be a straight shot here from the Faroe Islands right there to Edinburgh. And my electronic flight bag, which does not have any European charts in it, it doesn't even recognize the Faroe Islands as having an airport. So, but that kind of shows you our little path right there and what we're doing tonight. So George, you think about loading up and flying this with me or what? At least we'll be over a continent that we kind of know has a lot of land, so by the end of tonight. Which hasn't been the case always because we've been over the Atlantic Ocean a lot in the past couple of flights with the Cirrus. The winds look pretty calm though. If you look at the water, it's not that choppy. So seems like it's calm till you go to Scotland. And 2 hours and 22 minutes. That's what it's looking like. Those seconds are clocking down a lot quicker though than a second. So nice to see. We have a headwind of 14 knots from 194, so that's definitely slowing us down a little bit. But getting more familiar with the Cirrus here with the checklist and everything. So, yeah, kind of like what's going on with this thing. Let's put it that way. Check out the climb on the checklist here. Quiet altitude, yep. Fuel pump off. You may be used for vapor suppression during climb. Fuel boost should be left on. Yep. I left fuel boost on the whole time, so. Fuel boost should be left on above 6,000 feet pressure altitude if takeoff made with hot or warm fuel. No, I just leave it on the whole flight, so. Cruise power set 55 to 85. Best power 75% or less. Best economy 65% or less. Maneuvering's about 133 though, so that's why I went to 60. Engine instruments monitor, fuel flow and balance monitor. And you need to turn on the fuel boost when you're switching tanks here. So we'll switch to the right. I guess you can turn it off. I mean, you just have to turn it on again to create a vacuum to go to the next tank, I guess. But we'll leave it off and see what happens. I mean, nothing bad can happen, right? If I were you, check Google Maps here. Skyvector, I mean. You can go Echo Golf Papa Bravo, which is Sørvágur. It's an island airport off of the northern coast, and then fly west from there, heading at 270. You'll probably intercept me en route to Scotland, and then you can just turn to the south. So that's what I'm seeing, at least. That's what I guess would be the best option. So right here, Echo Golf Papa Bravo, Sørvágur, fly west or southwest, west-southwest over here. I'm about, I'd say right about here. So by the time I get there, you know, we should be almost there, and then we'll turn south to Edinburgh together. But looks pretty good now. Those clouds cleared up a little bit. And now we're only about 2 hours and 18 minutes out. But yeah, they had a FAA YouTube video about a Cirrus that got into some icing. And the guy decided to try to land at the nearest airport. And then he became spatially disoriented, I guess, and he did a spiral dive turn down to the ground and died. And then they found that he never pulled the pin out of the cap system. So even if he tried, he probably couldn't even get it going there. I mean, better to total the plane than die, right? But I am not drinking sweet tea because I can... Ooh, my autopilot just disconnected for some reason. Wonder what's up with that. I'm holding it up right now, though. Let's get to 9,500. What the heck just happened there? I don't even know. So let's do vertical speed up. Well, that was weird. And that's why we're ready for anything. Is it the pressure that was... Or maybe it was just the pressure change. Okay. I am drinking Arizona half and half iced tea and lemonade. This is kind of my drink. I like the Snapple better, though. But I really watch my carb intake. This doesn't have much in it, so no calories either. Actually, no. 10 calories per like an ounce or something. I don't know. But it's probably the best drink I can probably drink for myself for health. Because when you get to your 40s, you got to start thinking about that even more. Especially when you have a pilot medical license, you want to make sure you stay healthy. So I'm trying. You know, as I get older, it gets harder. So, but can't wait to try this tablet when I'm flying for real. Again, now I'll probably have to wait till next week. So, whoa, extreme close-up. Whoa. Good on autopilot now, and we're just flying right across the Atlantic Ocean to get to Scotland. Be done with this in about 2 hours or so, maybe a little bit more than 2 hours. Back in the day, I might have drank the sweet tea. That was pretty good stuff, actually. So. At one point, I was making my own iced tea, and that was just a messy operation. And I was using what do you call that? What's that sugar substitute made from plants there? I don't know, but I was using that instead of sugar. It was pretty good. It was really messy to make. So we just buy Snapple, and this is my main drink basically, is iced tea. So. Alright, we're making our way over the Atlantic to Scotland. Scotland being one of the favorite destinations of my flight instructor, by the way, so I'm trying to see what the hype's all about. And, we do have some clouds. It's supposed to be broken. And we might have to descend and see what happens. But, you know, we shall see what happens. Play it by ear as we go across. Would I fly this in real life? Probably not. Again, due to this wonderful storm system that we're going to be intercepting on our route. Again, we're about over here, and there's all this storm activity that's going to be greeting us in Scotland. Typical Scotland. It's going to be raining and stuff. It's all good. Oh, really? All right. But yeah, you're off the island still. When you get west there, let me know how it's going. So. Let's see. Maybe I can download weather to this thing. I don't think so for surface analysis, IR satellite. Let's see if I can get something to refresh. I don't think it does Europe. I haven't found an electronic flight bag that does Europe yet. So. All right. Yep, and I'll keep you updated on where I am. But I think my electronic flight bag only does Canada, United States, Caribbean, and Mexico, and Central America maybe somewhat. That's why I have Flight Plan Go. But again, the app I usually like to use while real flying's Avare, and they're both free, so you can't go wrong with it. But on our route, we are right about there. So you're coming off this little island over there. If you fly 267-ish, 265, and the 182, all right. Should meet up. So that's where I am right now. My mirroring software is doing some weird funky stuff too. So I don't know what that's all about, but that's the new tablet for you, I guess. Alright. We'll also zoom this out. Ooh. Map zoom, let's go. There you go. So that's coming out of the Faroe Islands right now. Pretty gorgeous out here. Someday I want to try a 182 in real life. I heard they're just very heavy, but they can carry, obviously, 4 passengers, no problem, usually. About 2 hours and 11 minutes to go. Unless this wind changes, it keeps going to from the west more. Then it might help us out a little bit more. So. I actually go for maximum power percentage. So on the 182, you got a controllable pitch prop there. To tell you the truth, I really don't work with the controllable pitch prop a lot, but you want to set it there and then set it for maximum manifold pressure, I think. I'm guessing on that. So, but in the Cirrus here, the controllable pitch prop is within the throttle there. So we just looked at the power percentage and then we just lean it out until it gets to maximum power. See how I kind of leaned it out more and it went to 59. Now I'm going to go enriching it until it's 60 at its lowest. And there we go. And that's how you kind of lean it out there. If I enrichen it more, it'll go down to 59, or it should. There you go. See, so now I know my maximum power is 60. So I lean it out right below it, and then I just enrichen it until it hits 60. And that'll give you your best fuel flow. Like you can see, it's 12, so it's economy. It's usually about 15, but we don't need all that power because we're going to stay at maneuvering speed here. And it's not that far from the not exceed anyway, so. Heading into a known storm with turbulence. Could be this.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Could be. A little bit. Again, if these clouds thicken up, we know that we're going to be calling for a couple things. How's it looking there, George, down there? A little south of me there. We've come so far. It's amazing to think that on the simulator we've flown, and I'll show you this, from Plymouth, Massachusetts, where it's going to be terrible weather in a couple hours in real life. We've flown all the way from Plymouth, Massachusetts through Canada to Greenland again, Iceland, to Denmark there in the Faroe Islands, and now we're going to hit Edinburgh. It's amazing that a plane could do this, that has a propeller and not a jet, you know? I don't know. It just boggles my mind a little bit. So, but we'll see what happens here. Oh, just got a little worse in Edinburgh. Broken at 1600, overcast at 4700. Rain. It's supposed to, terminal air forecast, turn into, let's see, 11 minus 5. No, it's supposed to be scattered at 2000. Probably 3000, broken at 600. Might get a little worse and the winds might pick up some, but we'll go for it anyway, so we'll see what happens. I'm willing to live a little dangerously tonight. Yep. Let's see. It could be one, or I could possibly make it two. It depends on my time available. I could knock it out in one. That would be, well, let me do the math here, because I can't do it in my head, because I'm that tired right now. Alright. If I did both legs, I just typed in the calculator wrong, so let me do that again. 476 nautical miles, so we could do it in one leg. We could also land in London first and just say that we visited London for a second and then move on, you know? Or I could do it in two separate legs, but we're definitely almost there in Paris. And I've thought about extending this whole thing with the Cirrus and possibly going, I don't know if around the world would be where I want to go with it right now. I think I want to take it in sections and not promise that. But we might do that, because I've never really done an around the world tour, and I'd have to really plan that out, and it would take forever, but you know, it'd be kind of cool to check things out, right? I don't even know if it's possible, honestly. Probably have to go through Russia to Alaska, but, and it wouldn't really be about around the equator either, so. On SkyVector, I have the Amelia Earhart flight plan all planned out, but that would take a plane that has a lot more range than this, so at least I think so. I'd have to look at it again. We're about 2 hours out, 2 hours and 5 minutes out from Scotland. It would be cool, yeah. And like I said, I never really flew in Russia or anything like that. Honestly, I've stayed around, like, in the simulator, I maybe did like Switzerland, Italy, France, Spain. I would love to go to Belgium in it, again, because my grandmother was from Belgium, and I actually know the exact place she lived in Belgium, so it'd be kind of cool to see it in the simulator. And it'd kind of be on the way to Brussels International Airport, so maybe we'll just do like a European tour first, you know? We could break everything up there. Our next flight for the Virtual USA Flying Club is until January 23rd, I believe. So you know, we have a little bit of time there, and I have to see if I can make that, because it's at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the afternoon, and with kids that makes it a little tough, but I'm gonna see what I can do. And then I should be hosting another one in February. So, because I hosted the last one, which was the Winter Wonderland fly-in to Rutland, Vermont, which was cool. You know, we simulated snow, and it was a good time. But in real world flying, I just got done Sunday? Was it Sunday or Saturday? I think it was Sunday. I flew to Hartford, Connecticut, back from Plymouth, and while flying out to Hartford, which is the farthest west I've been so far, I said to myself, I think I'm ready to save up a little bit of chin-chang and just fly to New York with a plane and back. So that would be cool to get out there. So, and I got my first email about vaccinations today for COVID, being a teacher. So my medical office said February through March or something like that, they were gonna try to offer them then. So, and then I'd be returning in school to teach, which would be cool. You know, I mean, cool and yet really weird at the same time. I'd still wear a mask and everything. I don't care what people say. You know, that's just what I believe. And anyways, I haven't stepped foot in that school building like as a teacher teaching in a full day setting since last March. So it's been that weird. So I've been teaching them remotely while half of them are in class in the hybrid model and half of them are at home. So it's been quite interesting. But with the technology I possess here, I'm actually more set up better here to teach remote kids than I would be if I was in a school building anyways. I gotta be honest with you. So, I mean, I don't have a 3-monitor setup at school. I can't like have different windows open. They basically gave us a laptop, which is like from 2015, and a Chromebook now. They went and bought Chromebooks for us to take home so that the laptops have to stay at school, and I just laugh at it, and it was like the Chromebook, okay, I can kind of see it because everything is Chrome based in my district, but the computers, the laptops suck. And I used to do gaming laptops so I could use them at work and for play, but since building my custom desktop here, it's been awesome, you know. I got to teach my kid a little bit about building computers. That was April of 2019, and I just want to upgrade now to a 3090 someday. So we shall wait till they get more available, and they won't be lynching people for them. But let's take a look outside. Beautiful sunset. Sunrise. Well, I guess it'd be like 11 o'clock-ish or so, 11:30 right now. So I can't call that a morning sunrise. Getting towards the afternoon, if you will. That's a pretty nice shot. I'm gonna try to take a screenshot of that. There we go. And those clouds are doing okay for now. An update on where I am this whole flight here. We're right about there outside the Faroe Islands. And if you're going 270, George, you should be seeing me. If not, turn a little bit south. That's what I would tell you, because I'm right about almost parallel with that airport. So about 5 degrees to the south. That's what I would do. And we're about 2 hours out right now from Scotland. That wind hasn't shifted much. It's a little bit more from the west, which is why we sped up probably just a little bit. But my ground speed's 144 knots. And we've got a 14 knot headwind from our right. So, yep, just about 5 degrees. Keep it going. I might have to descend if the clouds get really bad, so, which I'm anticipating that's going to happen. So for Eric Flight US. And let me know your call sign too as well on the multiplayer from Microsoft. So, but looking at VAT Sim, still no one there for Tower, which is fine, you know. They're having an event there, Six Nations Series Round 2. So they must be doing something. Okay, I think I actually remember that, yeah, from a while ago. Interesting. Well, it is clear over that until you hit towards Scotland, so. They must be having an event in Atlanta on VATSIM, I think, so. I don't know. Let me see what's going on over there. I think that's why Dana Flats was doing it. Oh. Oh, yeah, there's some type of thing going on down there. There's a huge amount of traffic there. Look at this. Look at all that traffic going to Atlanta. So there's something definitely going on there on VATSIM tonight. Oh, is that it? Yeah. But, this little storm system here is why I canceled my flight. And also, due to my daughter's birthday, didn't even think about it, so. Oh, really? Wow. That's quite impressive for VATSIM there. Yeah. What, it just get really laggy to the point where, like, you know, just crashed? Looks like it's going to be terrible up the whole East Coast tomorrow. I only checked around the New England area. But check that out too. I know I made the right decision already. I'm not questioning my decision. But let's see. It says at Falmouth, which is the closest terminal area forecast around Plymouth, it says that at approximately 2 o'clock this morning, there'll be gusts at 27 knots, rain overcast at 2,500. And then ultimately at, let's see, 9 o'clock in the morning, right about when I would have gotten there, gusting to 34, rain and mist, overcast at 800. So I think I made the right decision. That's going to be like that the whole day. It's going to die down to winds, but it's going to be overcast at 800. Till about 5 o'clock p.m. where it's going to be broken at 1,500, so. Wow. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. There you are, George. I see you. You're right off 10 o'clock. Don't know if you can see me yet, but you're out there. And you're flying the, is it the Coronado 182? You're not seeing any clouds. You should see a couple clouds. Yeah, I got you at my 10 o'clock here. As you can see. Okay. So, yeah, just gauge the distance here. But, I think we're going to be pretty good for now. I don't know if the Microsoft Flight weather is going to hold up to authentic conditions here, but we'll see. Ultimately, we'll try to find a hole through those clouds to get down. But as far as the elevation there, we just have to be careful for those mountains in the north, the Highlands of Scotland. Nothing lower than 5,500. Wait, give me a second. Yeah, 5,500 is probably what I would do. And then I've got some synthetic vision to help me just in case if we have to skim. But 5,500 seems to be it. So we'll see. You getting clouds there? Looks like it's thickening up a little bit here. Again, we are approximately 29% through our flight tonight, according to Fly Live, which is that bar that you see at the top there. Approximately hour and 53 minutes out from our ultimate destination of Edinburgh, Scotland. But it's nice to have you here, George, tonight, and let's just try to make it there. See how the weather gets when we get to Scotland. I'm just remembering Braveheart when everyone, like, hid in the mist. So I'm hoping we'll be okay. And that wind is indeed shifting out to the west a little bit more. So that might help us on our ground speed a little bit as it keeps going that way. Maybe. If I ever get to fly the Cardinal, the 177, I'm gonna have to figure out the prop there. Hey Nick, what's going on, bud? It's gonna be god awful all weekend long here in New England, I think, bud. So. But we are north of Scotland, heading over the Atlantic to land at Edinburgh, Scotland tonight. And we're making our way there. There's some really bad weather up ahead, though, so we might have to fake this one a little bit. I won't lie. Oh, that's okay, because usually you have to load in as clear skies anyways, and then switch to live weather to make it happen. So don't feel bad at all. So that's what someone told me after the Cannonball Run event, and then I was like, oh yeah, it has worked every single time since then. So always start as clear skies at your airport, and then switch it to live weather, and it will work. At least it does at my computer. Yep. How do you feel, Nick? You ready to go, or? Yeah, I think we're going to be good for now, George. I think we're just going to have to find a way of descending through it. That's going to be the biggest issue. You know, like we could still drop down to 7,500. I only went 9,500 because we're over the ocean, and that's what I would have done kind of in real life to have some extra altitude, so. Yeah, that's just what you got to do. Load up the flight as clear skies. Then when you're all loaded up at the airport, switch it to live weather, and it works like every time. All right. So Nick, do you feel prepared if you're still there? Oh, it's just nerves. They're normal. Just say to yourself they're normal and just go in there and do what you've trained to do and you studied to do, you know? Dude, I showed up to my private one with like a manual E6B, the calculator, the Sporty's E6B. I had both. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God. Bringing everything in there. Yep. But if you feel prepared, you just go in there and knock it out the best you can. And double check everything and take your time with stuff too. You got all that time. I swear that those tests, it's not like it's not gonna take the whole time that they allot you. If it does take you that long, it probably means you haven't prepared as well as you should have. And that way you have all that time to double check things. So. Nah, don't think that, because if you fail, you just take it over again. You pay more money. That's all it is. So I'd put that out of your mind and just say, hey, I'm going to go in there, try the best I can, and that's all I can do. So some poor booger on Facebook on the aviation enthusiast group. They like took the private and scored a 66. And then he was like, I didn't understand how I could get that, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's like, any tips we appreciate. I'm like, just take the sample test until you score into the 90s a bunch of times, and then you're kind of ready to go, you know? So. Because I was told that, and that's what I followed. I waited till I took the sample test over and over again until I got 90s on them. When I first took it, I was getting like a 70-something, so that made me feel good. But then I was like, that's not good enough yet. And I must have worked on it for another 2 months. So, yeah, pretty much. But, you know, if you prepared and you're used to the test questions and what they look like and how you think about them, you should pass. So, it's the process of answering the question. They're not really making sure that you get the answer. They're making sure that you know the process to get the answer. I'd put that out of your mind. I wouldn't even think about that. Just go in there and do your best. That's what I say every time I go. Well, when I was performing live, I'd say just go do your best. When I take tests, I hate taking tests. Do your best. That's all you can do. Hour and 46 minutes out from Scotland. So, 12. I'll be up till about 1:15 in the morning. That's fine. Then I'll probably be taking most of the weekend off. I know on my streaming schedule it said might fly if I don't fly in real life, but I wasn't thinking at all because my daughter's birthday's tomorrow. And I booked my flights like 2 months in advance. Like I think I booked all the way through May already, and I think part of June actually too. So, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all you can do, you know. That's what I tell myself. I mean, I felt pretty good getting an 88 on the written for private, but I should have gotten a 92, and I'll always remember that. If I didn't get nervous and I answer that transponder question right about the code for hijacking, which is, you know, pretty simple, 7500, and I would have gotten the 92. But of course, I was an idiot, nervous. So, all right, George, haven't missed much. We are making our way to the northern coast of, I believe that's Northern Ireland, though, right? I think that's Northern Ireland. Oh, no, that is Scotland. Where's Northern Ireland? No, I'm sorry. That is Scotland. I'm being an idiot again. So that's the northern part of Scotland that you see right here. And, see what happens. No. Like I said, I didn't have the pressure of schooling, though. Like, I was doing, you know, I pretty much studied for a lot of months, like slowly, and then really ramped it up as I got to April vacation of 2019. Because I said that's my deadline. That's when I want to do it. So it wasn't like a school saying you need to have your written done by this date. You know, if that makes sense. I wouldn't say way better. You know, still in the 80s. That's fine. Yeah. George, play it like you see it, bud. I'll just try to get to Scotland in one piece. I haven't crashed in the simulator when trying to land in a long time, so I want to try to keep that record alive, obviously. I want to make it like real world. You gotta land. Let's check the fuel situation here. We'll switch back. Oh, wait. No, we won't. We'll stay on the right tank for a little bit longer. Okay, cool. Tonight, I'm remembering to switch the tanks, but I have to remember to put the fuel boost on whenever I do. Those clouds are starting to come in just a little bit more. can't wait till I see Scotland, because that means that we're actually like on a continent where there's gonna be a lot of ground. Yeah, Nick, just do your thing, man. That's all you can do. Again, this is your career. You know, you studied for it. Go get it. Becoming a teacher wasn't easy either. They revamped the tests while I was taking them, so. And I won't lie, it took me a couple times because they kept revamping them and the people scoring them were being ridiculous. So. But I knew my stuff. It was just proving that to them I knew my stuff. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. The reading and the writing test are you either know or you don't. That was fine. It was the knowledge tests where they were being ridiculous. There are questions where like both answers could work, like definitely work, but they said, "Oh no, it was this," and it was like, no, like that is a right answer. So they revamped the test about 4 times while I was taking it. I was the first one to take it on the second revision, I think. So they revised that thing a lot before I passed it. Let's put it that way. But I heard a story today about the FAA and CFI saying that if a CFI has students that, if the amount of students is not above 80% that get through the test the first time, like the actual check ride and getting the license, the certificate, excuse me, then the FAA wants to automate it so that they know exactly who the CFI is that did not have their students pass at a rate of 80% or above. So yeah, true, but there are airline pilots out there that did fail a test or two. You know, it's not something you want to do, but okay, 2970. I'm hitting the auto pressure there, and I don't know. I got 30.06, 30.06 still. But what do they got? Q1007. There definitely are. You know, because there's been questions on YouTube from pilots that said, well, if you failed the test, how did you still become an airline pilot? And, like, they basically just said, you are truthful about it. You say that you've gone over those things, and you definitely know your stuff now, basically. So, but try to pass it. Makes your life easier, right? All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, making our way to the Scotland northern coast here in the distance. George is flying with me tonight. Awesome to have someone flying with me. And moving on. It's too bad it's not like teachers, because like with the teachers thing, they just want to make sure that you get through the test and then you're fine, you know? So, yep, so, again, we might descend to 7,500 or so, depending on the clouds. Try to stay VFR as much as we can, and then, if not, no one's really controlling us anyways, nor is there anyone on VATSIM anyways, so we'll just, we'll chalk it up to, just us doing our thing. Sorry, I'm trying to type here. Yeah. Well, if you feel confident, you know. I wouldn't worry about it, because if you're getting 80s, then you know you could pass it. It's just a matter of how high can you pass it. You know what I mean? It is a 70 still for passing, right? It's not like my school where they let kids pass with a 65, right? Alright. Yeah, VATSIM's got no one control. Again, because in Europe, no one's really awake out there. It's got to be, what, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning out there. But you better get some sleep, too, because you want to be fresh for this thing. You don't want your brain not functioning the way it should be. Yeah, just like if you're flying, you know. You know you can pass it. If you got 80s on the practice test, you know you can pass it. It's just a matter of getting in there and doing it. Now, although in real life I don't like flying in between layers of clouds as a VFR pilot, I gotta be honest with you, it looks pretty nice. So it is a beautiful sight. So. Let's get a update from Sky Vector here. Oh, broken at 1700, broken at 29, overcast at 4500. Yeah, we should be good till about Inverness, which has few at 2700, scattered at 4900. But right after Inverness, we're gonna try probably go down to 5500, and then descend lower after we get through the highlands there. So be ready for that, George. When we get to Inverness, Echo, Golf, Papa Echo. When we're parallel of there, we'll see where we're at and then descend to 5,500 to get ready to descend below some type of cloud overcast layer. So, oh yeah, we definitely are. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just going to call it what it is, which is basically, we're just going to break the rules tonight. But we'll try our best to stay, you know, somewhat safe. George is looking great out there. He's got nice clouds, but they're way up high. Kind of clear out there. I'm starting to get in the muck a little bit, I believe. And just to give you an idea of where we are right now. That is where we are on my brand new, well, it's not brand new, it's brand new to me, Samsung Tab S6 tablet, which I will now make my new electronic flight bag. I'll probably keep the Tab S3 too. It's really nice. So, but Scotland right there. That's how close we are. Yeah, it looks beautiful out there, I'll tell you that. Look where I'm going into. But I think we can actually see Scotland in the distance there, which is very nice to see, especially when you're over an ocean, you know. And again, loading the simulator tonight, even though I only put on the scenery for Scotland and the UK in general, it still took it a while to load. So I'm hoping that we don't crash at all, like to desktop, because it's going to take me a while to restart the simulator, even though I limited the amount of freeware scenery in a region that I wanted to load. But I think it's because I got some of the cities modeled there. So, oh, okay. Well, welcome to the club. Yeah. And let's see if we can get a weather layer here on Sky Vector here. Yeah, there's weather radar right there. Satellite IF. Ooh. Ooh, I'm going to show this one. You ready? I mean, we're kind of already in it. It's not really doing much on the simulator, but look at this. Ha. Yeah, that's where we came from. We're about here. And there are storms brewing there. I don't care about the rain. That's Scotland for you, but it's gonna be a little bumpy. We knew that because of the turbulence segments right there. So it'll be a little bumpy if Microsoft Flight Weather simulates this right. We'll have to see. So make sure you're at maneuvering speed, just in case. I mean, between me and you, the distance between me and you. Oh, you gotta be out there a little bit more than me. We're only about an hour and a half out from the airport, though, so. Yeah. If I guesstimated, I'd say about, what range is this? That's 200, right? I'd say about 80 nautical miles or so. Okay. I mean, this blue line, this right there. It's actually less than that. You're about maybe 30 nautical miles, because 200 nautical miles is about to the edge of the screen. So say about 30. Yeah. 30 nautical miles or so. To the east. It's going to be great when we're over land finally. Getting kind of tired of flagging over the ocean all the time. But it's what you have to do, you know? I don't know, that storm might clear out just a little bit. Maybe a little, I'm talking a very little bit, so. Yeah, I did. It's more about, again, the adventure, making it over to Europe from my hometown base of Plymouth, Massachusetts. Not even knowing that was possible in a general aviation plane, but I guess it would be, even though it's very scary crossing over from Canada to Greenland. That's been the scariest part, I think, that 500-something nautical mile trip from Canada at Nain Airport. There was just like a little gravel strip with no lights or anything to Greenland. And I was dumb enough to do that flight at night too. I didn't even think about it. I should have looked at the field conditions in the chart supplement before I did anything. But of course I did it because it was Canada and I wasn't really sure about where to look. So yeah, the icing's been pretty bad here, and that storm's coming in tomorrow. It's going to be overcast at 800 tomorrow in Plymouth, but it's my daughter's birthday, so when I booked this flight in advance, I wasn't thinking. I was just looking at the Saturdays when I wasn't working and booking everything. So I already canceled it this morning at like 9 a.m. So too much headwind. Oh boy, it's actually quieted down a little bit. Well, not here, but if you're talking about tomorrow, yeah. Tomorrow in Plymouth, Massachusetts, it's going to be up to 34 knots gusting. So, and rain everywhere. So, in fact, it's supposed to start this morning at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so we'll see. Happy birthday to my daughter, who's turning 3 in total crap weather. What you gonna do? We're already in COVID. What the hell, right? Not going anywhere. Everything's staying in the house here. So. My tablet just beeped at me and said, "Turn on offline finding of the tablet. Make it easier to find your lost tablet, even if it's not connected to a network." Interesting. I'll take a look at it. It's just like crowd searching where it like connects to other devices. Mobile data in the background. I don't know. I kind of already have that with Google, with Find My Phone and stuff, so I don't know. I don't really plan on getting my tablet stolen. Okay. Well, I'll turn it on, and if I don't like it, I turn it off, right? Okay. But no one's gonna steal my tablet, so it'll be on me securely, right? George, you better pick up the speed there, bud. Just being funny. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, that's because it was the jet stream. The headwind from Canada to Greenland, which made me land with like 4 gallons of fuel left in the tank. It's a little over half the range of the Cirrus, but thanks to that headwind. Look at that. Northern Scotland, everybody. I just want a screenshot. The button only works half the time now, so I don't know what's up with that, but there we go. I don't know why I can't hit Windows key print screen and take a screenshot anymore, but 150 knots. You might catch up. I'm at 145 knots ground speed, you know. Hour 26 minutes. You won't be that far behind, let's put it that way. I just want to get over land. Oh, got more traffic coming online here. We're not alone anymore, George, because we're not over the perilous Atlantic Ocean. Again, sorry about the allergies. I'm allergic to dust, so I don't know. Maybe I gotta clean this place or something. No clue. But my Jack Links came in today. I have a subscription to Jack Links jerky. Just can't eat too much of it. But by buying it this way, 1, I don't have to go shopping in the supermarket. And 2, it comes to me every month at a good price. So, not that I'm sponsoring them at all, by the way. But, yep, definitely getting closer. So just, you know, I'd even head direct right now. Just head direct and you're probably going to meet up with me. That's what I would do. But that is the northern coast of Scotland, everybody. So, we'll see what happens. Today I also started uploading more of my videos for streams to the Eric Fight streaming channel, which I'll be debuting soon. So, yep, pretty much the same thing as Plymouth there. Let's see. What should we do here? Well, we should probably do this first. Alright, as we make our way to Scotland, let me see if I can find the national anthem here for Scotland. That's what I'm going to do. And I think we got it, so I'm going to mute my music here. And while we're there, let's hear a little national anthem of Scotland. I hope this is the right one, so well, let's go with it.
O flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again? That fought and died for your wee bit hill and glen that stood against him. Proud Edward's army and sent him homeward to think again. The hills are bare now, and autumn leaves lie thick and still. for land that is lost now, which those so dearly held that stood against him. Proud Edward saw me and sent him homeward to think again. Days are past, and in the past they must remain. But we can still rise now and be the nation again that stood against him. Proud Edward saw me and sent him homeward. I think again.
So that's pretty nice. There is no real official national anthem because they are part of the United Kingdom, the constituent country of the United Kingdom. But that was a song called The Flower of Scotland, which a lot of them revere a lot. So, and turning their background music back on, and George is right behind me, by the way. I did see his nav lights and stuff like that in the distance. Yep, definitely coming up on me here. What do you got for a ground speed? So far you would overtake me by about 12 knots if you're going to continue that way. So we're about an hour and 19 minutes out from our destination. To be honest with you, it's not looking that bad, but in Inverness, we'll look at what's going on, and we'll probably descend to 5,500 just to be a little safer to get to Edinburgh, so. Do you think that guy has any clue of how long I've flown to get to Scotland tonight? It's cool. Doesn't really matter, you know. But this is the northern part of Scotland, and we're going to Edinburgh tonight. And we've flown here all the way from Plymouth, Massachusetts, to the United States in the Cirrus SR22 via Greenland, Iceland, Faroe Islands, and now finally we're getting to Europe, or at least continental Europe, getting to Scotland. And George is flying with me tonight. It's an honor to have you, sir. Always like flying with viewers. Let's make this a good one. So it might get a little hairy up ahead, but let's make it a good one. No, it doesn't. It honestly doesn't. And that might be because maybe the Microsoft weather is a little late. It typically runs a little bit late sometimes. So we'll see. We don't want to jinx it yet, though. Don't jinx it. Famous last words of many pilots. Oh, it didn't look that bad. We'll see. It's going to be exciting either way. And again, I'll feel better once we're over land after going over the ocean for so long. But again, quite interesting that you can get from Plymouth, Massachusetts, United States, all the way to Scotland in a Cirrus. If you plan it right. That's the most fascinating thing that I find this to be. Yeah, it could be. Let's see what happens when we get over the actual country here. Because it looks like there's some low-lying clouds there, too. Right now on Sky Vector, they're saying there's a Royal Air Force base or something, or a weather station here. Inverness is saying few at 2,700, scattered at 4,900, gusting to 16 knots on winds. And Edinburgh is currently saying scattered at 1,800, overcast 4,300, rain. Variable at 2 knots for winds though, so that's not much at all. I'm wondering if there are any mountains around there. That might be shielding the wind though. No, I don't think so. Well, let's have some fun with it, right? I would use Rex Weather Force, seeing that I bought it, but they're still kind of working on it, honestly. In my opinion, they still have a little way to go with the wind depiction. I keep sending them suggestions because I tested out every single beta that they put out there. And the last beta, they fixed the problem of the weather station being wrong when you tune to the right frequency. And it seemed like they fixed the depiction of winds at the airport, but they also started doing the snow depiction like Microsoft does with their weather. And that was way off. I was at Plymouth where we haven't had snow in weeks, and it said that there was snow all over the ground. So I kind of emailed them on that one and said you need to fix that. They have to do something with the weather or something. So did clear up quite a bit though. Alright, let's check the tanks here. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the left, put the boost on first. Switch to the left tank, we'll burn that one for a little bit. Turn the fuel pump boost off. I guess you don't need the boost on the whole time. So, I mean, it makes sense in one way, but you definitely have to turn the boost pump on before switching the fuel tanks. That just creates the vacuum to get the fuel over there. 145 knot ground speed there in an hour and 14 minutes. I think it's behind a little bit too. I agree. I mean, I can't prove it yet, but okay, we'll see. They said it, typically in Europe, it's better than in the United States. At least when the simulator came out, they said the European weather was right on, but the United States weather was a mess. So I don't know. I never really flew in Europe with live weather and really tested it till now. So we'll see. Alright, I will not eat any more beef jerky tonight. I will not eat any more beef jerky tonight. I gotta tell myself that. It's late too. That's it. That's all I'm eating. Yep. Yeah, well, it's a little to the west. The really bad part's a little to the west, but it should be. Actually, that was an hour and 36 minutes ago. Let's see, 57. No, it is going to the. It is going to the east. Sky Vector has it so that you can see it like 17 minutes ago. So here's what it looks like 17 minutes. Okay, we're about right here somewhere. So again, overcast at 5,200 now. That makes it better. Few at 27, scattered 4,900. And Edinburgh is definitely IFR here. Actually, minimum VFR. It's not IFR officially, but it's pretty bad. Right To the left of it there, the Glasgow, it's definitely IFR right there. That's why it's red. So, you know, take our chances. Have some fun. Coming in hot. Oh, feel free to join off the right side. Here I am thinking I'm in the speedy Cirrus. Look at the 182. Just big hunk of metal just flying through the air like that. Look at that. Impressive. Very impressive, sir. So I think I bought it already. I just haven't really flown it yet. I buy a lot of stuff and then don't touch it till later. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I can't remember if I bought it or not, but I bought like 2 Coronado planes or something, so I have to look at them sometime. I'm an idiot like that. But I also like to know everything about the airplane, which is why I try to stick with the 152, 172, and now with the Cirrus that I'm getting used to it. So it takes me a while to just warm up to a plane. Hope you smiled because I just took a picture. Currently over the coast of Scotland. What a great thing to be able to say. And we will not be over the Atlantic Ocean for the rest of at least these legs that we've planned to go to Paris, France anymore. So this is cool. The next thing we'll be crossing is the English Channel to get to France. The biggest body of water, I think, right? Oh, we've done it. We've made it to real Europe. The Scottish Highlands. It is very beautiful over here. How's it looking to you, George? About an hour and 5 minutes out. Yep. Obviously, the train mesh here is a lot better than the Faroe Islands. Excuse me. And just an update where we are. The moving map here. Well, that's where we are. So we actually already passed that lake. And we're on our way down. But civilization doesn't really happen out here. We have little towns and villages, I guess. Yeah, and they said there would be turbulence here. They had SIGMETs out for turbulence. So, like I said, just make sure you're around maneuvering speed just in case. What I really like is this low-lying little fog there. Very Scotland-like, right? Really liking those effects, because you don't really see those as much in other simulators. And doing good on the altitude and the visibility here. But definitely feeling a little bit of wind here. I slowed down a little bit on the ground speed here. Oh, that's just, I don't know why, but whenever it goes into a new pressure, it always like messes with the autopilot like that. So we're just gonna go with it. 150 nautical miles out. And it seems like the wind shifted a little bit more from the west, so we're getting a little bit more ground speed here. Really nice scenery. The rolling hills of Scotland. And George off my left there. Never been to Scotland in my life. But I am going to have to turn the power down just a little bit. Because I was getting towards that never exceed. See that the wind shifted a little bit more off my right wing. So gave me a little bit more thrust, if you will. Yep. Well, at least it's consistent, right? I just hit B, honestly, for the pressure. Especially seeing that we're not having air traffic control. In real life, you'd probably have approach and center telling you the pressure as you go. So that's what we do in the real world. And if not, if you're like all by yourself without flight following or whatever, you just dial into some radios, some weather stations on your way. Yeah, just push B and it sets it automatically. Pretend that you checked it. The directional gyro never goes off on this thing, but you hit D for that if you want to set that. It's not the most realistic on the gyro precession here. It's usually like in the 152, 172, even that 182 probably. You have to look at it every 15 minutes and just make sure it's looking just like the compass, you know. Which I'm sure it's maybe more accurate to see that this is a digital display, but I don't know if it sets it up for you automatically either, so I'd have to read the manual. But we're making our way to Edinburgh. We're going to be coming up on the town of Lairg, Scotland. So we should see some civilization coming up ahead. There's all little villages on the way there. But let's take a look outside. This, I think, is called Loch Shin that we're going past, and that town I was talking about, Lairg, is out here in the distance. So keep an eye out for that. Take a look at it. A little more bumpiness happening right now. Gotta dial back on the power just a little bit here. Less than an hour now, though. 57 minutes or so. George still off my left here. It's looking really nice down there. I thought we would see some storm clouds by now, I gotta be honest with you. And it just looks like we're not. As of now. So we'll see if we actually get some rain as we get to Edinburgh. Yeah, you know, just sim. Enjoy. Just matching that ground speed, and I got 140 knots, so. No, I don't think it did. And it might switch as we get closer. Who knows, you know? But I don't think it picked up on the real world conditions. I'll take a look at Sky Vector again. Where we are. Inverness coming up. I don't know. We're kind of missing the storm now. I'll show you what I mean. This is 4 minutes ago. According to Sky Vector. We are getting the bumpiness a little bit. You see how we're kind of on the edge now? I mean, I know there's cloudiness here, but this looks like it's the rain part, you know? And Inverness is now a few of 27, that's the same thing. Oh, we're forecast 4800. That's the same thing too. So I don't know. They just haven't updated the METARs yet. It's usually like every hour unless there's a big change here. Here's minimum they're both minimum VFR right now. But this blue section's right there too, so I don't know if that's snow or if that's just rain. It says rain in the METAR. So we'll see. It's actually better weather here than what it was at the Faroe Islands. Yeah, we're about the same then. You're going a little faster, but keep bouncing back and forth. It's that wind coming from our right. It shifted back more towards in front of us, so. No, it doesn't. You're right. Unless it's out there, you know, I mean. There's no perfect weather engine yet, though. There's not one. I mean, I could quickly... I have a freeware one that I can try really fast. Let me load it. It's Unreal Weather, and you just load it from here. So let's see what it does with Unreal Weather. It's got to load still, so give it a second. Oof. How's that look? That could look more authentic. And that's what I found with Unreal Weather. The METAR has been more authentic. And then if I do Rex Weather Force, just for example here, let me just load it up. I just gotta load up Rex Weather Force and put it in there. So it's clear skies for now. That was more realistic, I think, too. Yeah. But Unreal Weather's been like that. And then the gusty winds though, it really kicks the plane around on that one. So here we go. Starting the synthesis now. Let it load. And I have a feeling it's going to be kind of the same because I think the METAR is more updated in both these programs than a Microsoft Flight Simulator. I got to be honest with you. So it's still loading. Injecting now. Yeah, see what I'm saying? And it has snow from snowfall that supposedly happened here. Which might not be true, because I told you that's one of the things I found that was wrong. But, alright, let me load Microsoft Flight Simulator weather. We'll leave it there. Go to live weather. So, I don't know. Those are the three major weather engines I've seen. So, yeah, 300, 9, 10, it's around there, yeah. But I wonder if it had snow here because the Microsoft Flight Engine really has good grasp on if there's snow or not down there. And Rex Weather Force is, it's still kind of being worked on, you know what I'm saying? But the METAR and both Unreal and Rex are really good at reading that. It's just how it depicts it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Unreal Weather, free. You do have to sign up for a METAR service, and I think it limits you to 4,000 METAR reports. But it's like you won't ever go through that many in the amount of time they give you for free. But it's totally free that way, and it's been pretty good. It doesn't have the snow depiction though, like Microsoft and Rex is working on right now. So, and that's kind of a deal breaker for me. I would love to have the snow depiction on the ground. But as far as accuracy for METAR, Unreal Weather seems to do really good on winds, except for gusts. It kind of kicks the plane around a little too much. And Rex Weather Force is kind of in the middle. And Microsoft is really good when it's really good and really bad when it's really bad. That's how I would kind of explain it here. So, alright, off our left is... That's going to be that lock. Well, actually, that's going out to the coast there, isn't it? Yeah. So we're coming up on Inversion, which is right below us, actually. I think that's Inversion, Scotland. I'm guessing on that one. And, well, let's see. Bonar Bridge. That might be Bonar Bridge, actually. Bonar Bridge, Scotland. that indeed is Bonar Bridge, because that's what I'm looking at here. Look at the Google Map scenery. You can see that that red roof is there, and then there too. So right off of Bonar Bridge, Scotland. Heading towards Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh? It probably is. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong all the time. It sounds better as Edinburgh. And as we make our way more south, there's a little bit more civilization, you know? So. But we'll stay with Microsoft Flight Simulator weather now, because George, you're with me on that too, so I don't want to... I want to have the same experience here, so... Alright, we're definitely getting there. 50 minutes out. I think that headwind's bugging us a little bit on the speed here. But, yeah. I think that the other weather engines do a lot better on the depiction of clouds and stuff. And you know, that Unreal Weather, you just install it like you do with scenery. And then you just turn it on when you want. You can turn it off in the simulator. It's like you don't really need to use it all the time if you don't want to. So that's why I just leave it installed. Yeah, you just install it in the common packages. And then you just, it literally just embeds itself in the simulator as weather. So you just go to Unreal Weather Live METAR. But again, you have to set up an account to download the METAR. They tell you everything. It's not that hard to do. Then after that, it just reads it, and you're fine. Yeah, I thought it was a very cool way of doing it too, myself. Where we are, for Weather Force at least, they're saying Inverness is gusting to 25. Few at 2,700, scattered at 4,300. Let's see what it says on Sky Vector, because I think that's going to be the same, right? Yeah, it's exactly the same. So again, Rex Weather Force gets the good METAR data, just like Unreal Weather. But it just does some funky things with winds in Rex Weather Force here and there. So, and those altimeter jumps suck. Yeah, they are crazy. They're crazy.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
And that's just the Microsoft Flight Simulator weather, just doing its job, you know? So. Alright, let's go here with this one. Now it looks like we're picking up more indicated airspeed, but not so much on the ground speed here. So it's a little less power because I don't want to exceed the never exceed. All right, this would be. Let's see, where were we? We were at the bridge place there, right? Yeah. We're outside Dingwall, maybe? That's what I'm thinking. I can't really tell. I'm trying to look at where we are. There's that one. Oh, I know where we are. We're a little north of Eventon, Scotland. Right there. Actually, we're right over Edmonton, Scotland. And we're crossing over to Loki, Scotland. Right across. What airport is that? Is that an airport or is that a shipping place? Can't tell you. Interesting. That is not an airport. That is some type of industrial place. Technic FMC. I have no clue what that is, but it's there. Flying right over. Right in Edmonton, Scotland. Inverness will probably be off our left. Really off our left up ahead. So over here somewhere. So we'll see Inverness, then we'll make a call. But I gotta be honest with you, these clouds aren't really that bad. However, there's some cloudiness coming up there. I don't know if that's just mist over the clouds. But it is what it is. Alright. So let me take a look at the sky vector here again, get this weather layer off. Well, that's just weird now. Alright, take a look at this. Now sky vector is saying that we kind of skimmed it, and that Edinburgh is now VFR, overcast at 3700. Inverness is few at 27. So that's an old report still, but this update at Edinburgh, and it's overcast at 3700. Just take it as you will. That's the cloud top height thing here. So I guess maybe it's depicting it somewhat right. I don't know. Close this down here. Let's go look at my elevations. So we're going to be going over Dingwall. Oh, we already have. No, we already have. That's Inverness right there, right? That's the airport. So we're coming right over here. This is where we are. And it says tallest height over there is 4,100. So yeah, let's descend to 5,500. That's what I'm thinking right now. Let's. Oh, sorry, wrong button. We're gonna descend to 5,500. So we'll set this to 5,500. Start vertical speed down, just slightly, so we don't overspeed. We'll keep the speed going on though. Keep pushing it, and we'll see where we end up. The artificial horizon, can I toggle it? I don't think I can. Did I do that for some reason? Are you talking about this? Not quite understanding what you meant by what artificial horizon. This pink thing is the autopilot with the vertical with the nav. If I just hit nav, it's the flight director basically. Does that make sense? And I don't know if that stuff was part of my scenery because I literally just went and put in Scotland at flightsim.to and downloaded all the Scotland stuff and put it in there. So. I don't know, but I do have some cities. Then it must have been part of that scenery I downloaded at flightsim.to. Yeah. I don't know. We are coming over Inverness right now. The airport would be to our left. A little outside over there. So you're right over the airport almost. here's the main center of Inverness, Scotland. And I think I did download scenery for Inverness, so it's probably Google Earth scenery. Spice it up more. But we are descending, at least I am, down to 5,500. Because it looks like we are going to have some clouds up ahead that we're going to have to try to get underneath. So I'm actually going to increase my descent here. And come back on the power in a little bit. I'm still trying to keep the power going so we can get there a little quicker. Probably about 50. See what, no, maybe about 45. We'll also enrich in the mixture for maximum power as we go down. 46. So 46 looks like it's it, and then I'll go on to 45 after. Alright, sir. Making that descent down. Try to get below these clouds. Yeah, whenever I do these flights, I try to go on flightsim.to and download every single piece of scenery I could get for the region. So again, I just said Scotland, but before we go to like London and France, I'll probably download all that scenery too and put it in there. Again, I use a program called MSFS Add-ons Linker. Maybe I can show it to you really fast. And what I'll do, seeing that it takes forever for scenery to load if you just leave it all in your common folder. It's going to load soon. Did I push yes? That might have closed it down. I can't remember if I was supposed to put yes or no. Oh, let's try it again. I gotta read it this time. Nope, I must have already been running it. Yep, okay. Give it a minute. It's going to read all my scenery. We're gonna have some problems with clouds up ahead. But anyways, what you do is you can put your scenery wherever you want it, and then I arranged it like this. So like right now I have nothing for the United States loaded in there because we're not even close. Got United Kingdom, and this is all the Scotland scenery I downloaded for tonight. And I can click it on and off, so that way I'm not loading every single little piece of scenery that I have. You know what I'm saying? Even planes and everything like that. And it's just been an awesome program. And again, you can move the scenery to wherever you want to. So if you have an SSD drive somewhere and you just want scenery on that, you can do that. You can only click the region. Oh, it's way better. Because when I did the Cannonball Run, I didn't have this. And literally, it took me like 12 minutes for it to load again. So, yeah. And as long as you organize it, you got to make these folders like United Kingdom. And then I just put all the scenery in the United Kingdom folder. United States, I did a little bit more. I actually went by the regions in the chart supplement. So if I'm in the Northeast, I just click this on. It loads all my Northeast scenery. If I'm in Alaska, etc., etc. You get the idea. So it takes a little bit of organization, but after that, you can just go in there and turn on and off whatever you need, you know? That's the way to do it, because if you had all that scenery installed in there, I'd be there for 20 minutes waiting for it to load up. So. Alright, descending to 5,500. Again, I'm looking at elevations on Sky Vector here. That's what I'm using kind of as my sectional. And we just went past Inverness. So there are some mountains up ahead in the quadrant. It says that the lowest you could be is 4,100. But again, if we're doing VFR altitudes, you'd be at 3,500 on the next one down. So we're going to hold it here. And then once we clear these high places, we're going to go on to 3,500. That's what we're going to do. Get right underneath these clouds somehow. We might have to skirt them and be a little cheating. But at least they got clouds here. You know, it's going to make it more like real life. Yeah. Sweet. And the scenery is getting better as we go too, because we're getting more closer to civilization here. So, pretty good flight. See these mountains, this is what we have to watch out for. So if we go to 3,500, which we could do, you know what? I'm gonna go to 3,500. We'll see, and if not, I'll go right back up. That's what I'm gonna do. George, you can stay at 5,500 if you want. I'm gonna see what I can do at 35, because the tallest point is 4,100, but it might not be around us per se, you know. Enriching the mixture for maximum power, then I'll kick back on the power. Yeah, all right, you stay there. I'll see what I'll kind of scope it out for us. See what I can do. Right about 50, okay. Getting kicked around a little bit here. So there's some turbulence here, which there's supposed to be, but I thought there'd be more clouds. So maybe it is downloading the right weather, it's just not depicting it as well. That's what I'm thinking. I just have to worry about these peaks right here. Look at that, huh? Very beautiful. What I'm doing is I'm trying to make a decision of going underneath these clouds early if I can. That's why I'm trying to get to 3,500. But George, you don't have to be realistic at all. Don't feel bad if you're going to go through clouds. But if you can, try to find a hole in the clouds up ahead. If you're at 5,500, try to get below it. Because this is also getting a little hairy as we get to the top here. We're about 34 minutes out from Edinburgh. See if I can get a chart here. Airport diagram, something. Echo Golf Papa Hotel. And no airport diagram in flight plan go. Let's see if I can get one online. Okay. There seems to be maybe one online. Jefferson has it. Of course, it's sideways, so that doesn't help me in this little instrument. There we go. Can I rotate this? Oh, I can. Sweet. All right. This is the one I'm looking for. This is a big international airport, so I don't think we're going to have a problem getting in there. Just a matter of seeing it if there's low visibility. But here's what we're looking at. So these are Jefferson charts, and I guess this is for British Airways. I found this online. So that's what it says. It says licensed to British Airways. And I don't know how old this thing is. Let's see if there's a date on it. 2006? Yeah. You know, might be a little different by now. Let's see. Information. Airport elevation is 136, so we should be about 1,150 for pattern altitude. Sky vector, let me know if the runways are still the same. It says there's only one runway at Edinburgh, so I don't even know if this is the right one. That's what it says. Oh, that is the runway. Okay. I got it now. That other thing has to be some other thing. Alright, we'll go on main runway. Main runway is 246. So we are descending at 3,500 here. By the way, getting into the clouds now. But I am above those hills. So we're gonna cheat a little bit. We're definitely gonna cheat a little bit. But I'm gonna stay at 3,500 till we clear this. And I don't know, you think that's 1,000 feet above those clouds? Probably not, right? have to descend down below 3,000. And I don't even know what the rules are in Europe, honestly. I mean, I don't know if they're following the FAA rules. But anything below 3,000 is fair game. We can go wherever we want. So. Wow, look at this, huh? You got a little bit of snow there. Yep. Yep. Just watch out for any mountainous terrain. We're going to be over it pretty soon. There's another patch of it ahead. And use the synthetic vision to help you with the clouds there. Yeah. Make sure you use the synthetic vision because these clouds are going to come at us. Yep. No, the synthetic vision was, it was just on. It's on default here. And I didn't toggle it on. So I get what you're saying. I know, it's part of the G1000. You got a G1000 in there? And I think I had a mod for this. So I don't know if it's part of the mod or not. But, oh. Master flight. No. That's all this stuff. Alright, let's gotta keep an eye out on terrain here. A little worried about this bump right there, but we'll keep an eye on it. I don't know where you would switch that. I thought it would be something with these. Yeah, I think just the model comes like that for the Cirrus. So there's got to be a way to switch it to that. See, I'm a little worried about that right there. So what I'll do is I'll do a manual fly over that hump and then get back to 3,500 if need be. But I think we might be okay. We'll skim it. Okay, enriching the mixture. Just make sure I have maximum power here. Okay, lean it out, go the other way, see what happens with the power. So I guess 53 is where we're going to be. All right, cool. All right, well, we're definitely getting to see Scotland from here, I'll tell you that. That's a fall scenery mod I have that makes the trees look orange. Stuff like that. So pretty soon I'll be getting rid of it though, because when we get to spring I'll take it out and just go with the default. Yeah, I'll probably gotta barely just clip this. It's gonna be okay. Alright, ATIS at Edinburgh is supposed to be 131.35. Get that ready to go. See if we can hear it from here, actually. If then I'll just leave it there till we get the weather from Edinburgh. Yeah, we're a little skimming it, but and definitely not in VFR conditions coming here. We're cheating tonight. Got some snow with the Microsoft Flight Simulator live weather there. I thought it did. It might not. I know earlier models of the Cirrus do not have the G1000. They have like I think it's called an Avidyne or something like that. So we're getting extremely close here. So we just gotta. We're definitely like Braveheart here. We're in the mist. Oh, look at those clouds. Those are pretty bad. So I don't think it depicted the cloud layers right But I think it's reading the right data. That's what I'm thinking. Although I thought we'd kick it around by winds a little bit more than what we were, so. Alright, we're about a half hour out from Edinburgh. Edinburgh. The way I pronounce that. Just an update. The tablet. That's where we are. So we're very close now. We're getting there. And we get some snow effects and everything here right now. Oh. So watch out. Make sure that you're looking out for terrain. Well, very interesting here on the altitude here. And I don't know, man, we're getting pretty close here. I might take it off autopilot for a second and climb a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna climb a little bit. I didn't like where I was going. It's Scotland. Yeah, but again, once we're almost over it. You see this right here? That's what we're trying to get over, and then we're going to descend right down below these clouds. The problem is it's really thick now, so we're really going to have to cheat. We just have to make sure we get over this mountainous terrain first. Which isn't really, it's just more hills than anything. But alright. We'll re-engage the autopilot.
Engaging autopilot.
And see what happens. It's thick. It's definitely Scotland thickness here. That synthetic vision's helping me. That's all I know. Wow, look at that, huh? Look how close we are to the ground, too. Oh, man. It's all right. It looks like it flattens out a little bit more going up ahead. And this is why, when I did the Cannonball Run event, where I had to go through the Rockies, I took the G1000 and the 172, because that synthetic vision helped me go through, like, the little valleys and canyons and stuff like that. So, but we're definitely IFR right now, my friend. All right, Nick, good luck tomorrow. Take it easy. I know you're going to do well. You know you can pass it. Just go in there and do it. All right, good luck. Let us know how you did. Unless it's really bad and you don't want to share. I can understand that too, but I'm sure you're going to do fine. Then you can tell me all the tips and secrets before I go for an instrument reading. I don't say hopefully. Just say you've already passed it in the test. Practice ones. You could do it officially. All right. Good night. So Braveheart was authentic. That's what all these clouds are saying. Whew. George, I don't even know where you are anymore, my friend. Oh, there you are. Yep. Alright, we're almost through it. As you can see there in the terrain right there. We got some hills up ahead that we have to worry about. But once we get around here, we should be okay. Yep, well, better be safe than sorry. Call me crazy, but sometimes I think about Amelia Earhart and Charles Lindbergh and what they would think of with synthetic vision and stuff nowadays. Saying. So I guess the Coronado 182, if you got it from Prepared or FSX, you had to buy the G1000, but I'm not sure if that's the same with the MSFS version, if you know what I mean. So I didn't think it was. I thought it came with it because it was already in the sim. I thought they just borrowed it and put it in there. That's what I thought. But if you're not having it on there, now I'm wondering. So maybe they couldn't use it because it's not theirs, you know. It's definitely a G1000. It says Garmin on the top and everything, right? Looks just like this, right? Yeah. So. So I checked up C182 G1000 Coronado synthetic vision, and it popped up all these things like, oh, FSX P3D, you had to buy it separately. But it doesn't say that about Microsoft Flight Simulator version. So I don't know, there's gotta be some way, I must have to read something there. So. That's interesting. So it's just brown, like, does it show the hills still, but it's brown, or is it just brown as in the ground's brown? These clouds are amazing. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, it looks like we're gonna be through this. I'm worried about this little hill right here. Here we go. Alright. Oh, that's bad. Look at that. Yeah, this would not be VFR weather to fly in. Does it have synthetic vision in airport diagrams? The G1000 is worse than the default, comparing to the Cessna 172 and MFS. It doesn't have synthetic vision in airport diagrams. I guess it doesn't have it then. Boy, that sucks. That's pretty dumb, I think. Yeah, that's what I just read in a forum on AV Sim. I mean, you know, I know Cardano's not the best developer, but I have modded their stuff enough and prepared to make it usable. So. Well, that sucks. It's kind of like a purpose of having the G1000. So hopefully they patch that or something. I hope so, and I hope they don't charge you like they did for the prepared FSX version, because that's kind of dumb. They could at least contacted Microsoft and said, can we license your G1000? You know? No, they probably will. Their 152 and their 172 for prepared were, they were underpowered. And even though I tried, like, messing with the aircraft config file and stuff, I could never get it to be perfect, so I got it just enough. But repainting them were pretty easy, except for the fact that they made ooh, look at that. Got some air turbines over there. But we're getting to the lowlands here, so we're doing well okay. We got through it. And fly for a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go down to 3,000. That's what I'm gonna do. So let's get to the green here. But this is also Navtech data. I think that they actually have Navtech like give them the data. It was in the last update that they did. All right, look at that. We'd probably be feeling some of that kicking up at us as we're going by, but that is quite awesome. Why even put a G1000 in there if they're not going to do that stuff, you know? I don't know. Alright, I'm going to try this setting down to 3,000 because I'm almost in this green area right here, so let's do it. 1, 2, 3, right, yep, 4, 5. And vertical speed down. And we'll see if I can make this happen. I think we're okay. 17 minutes out. What I'm thinking, if I can ever get some weather here from Edinburgh, which I still have tuned in if they're using the right frequency. I don't see it. Do you? Oh, there it is actually. Yeah, back. I just messed it up. It's like on the 3rd page. Let's make sure they got the right frequency. 131.355 they do. Okay, we'll just leave it there. But I should be getting an ATIS or something. Sometime soon. ATIS. Tower is 118.7, so I'll get that ready too. ATIS is 131.35 if you want to try it out. And boy, this is some thick fog. Wow. Oh, definitely. Yep. Well, that's what a lot of other people said. They didn't like it because they didn't have the synthetic vision, and that probably should have if it came with the G1000. So, yep, my thing is loading something. Checking that frame rate here. Yeah, we're like in the mid to low 20s here. So, let's hope it holds out with the frame rate here. Probably because of all the clouds. It's loading some scenery, probably Edinburgh, because I downloaded freeware scenery of that city too. Seems like when they model the Google Earth models into this, it takes lots and lots of space and data. So we're looking good now at 3,000. All right, pattern altitude again will be 1,150-ish. Thank you. Again, I just go on flightsim.to and just search up Scotland, make sure it's UK, put it in the UK folder, and I'll do the same for London next and England, and probably the whole UK next. It takes quite a considerable amount of time, but by downloading at flightsim.to, if you log in there before you do anything, it tells you when they update the scenery, and you can download just the updates and then put it in there. but it does take quite a considerable amount of space too, so. It doesn't use generic buildings, that's why, but you're taking lots of data with the graphics and stuff to put it in there. So Microsoft was thinking about saving probably bandwidth, time, loading times with making generic buildings that fit the shape at least, which is to be commendable still, because who thought that they could actually do that all around the world, you know? But definitely snowed here in recent history because there's some snow on the ground. And that's what I like about Microsoft Flight Simulator's weather engine, is that it calculates that better than anyone else. And Rex is working on that right now, because Rex would probably have this totally whited out snow, which isn't terrible, but it's not realistic. All right, so 14 minutes. Good. But yeah, I downloaded mods, I think for the G1000. And I know the 172 I did because when I ran the test for the Cannonball Run in the 172, it actually acted more like the real thing with the mod, and then I had to take that out, and then it didn't have the same range or power as the mod, which was more lifelike, honestly. So look for those mods out there, because they do help. The 152 mod definitely helped, but it was a little tricky to make it work with the latest update. So I had to put something in one of the files to make it work. Alright, runway 624. We're just waiting for some weather here from Edinburgh. I think it's Edinburgh, Scotland here. And it is not VFR here, but we're just cheating the system here. Not that far out, 13 minutes away from the airport, still don't have an ATIS. Shuffle this just to make sure.
Edinburgh Airport
Oh,
information, Quebec.
it works now. You can't put it in manually, I guess.
Flight 161 at 16. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 600 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 11.
I'm gonna use my new stylus and my Tab S6 here.
Temperature, 0.
So 161 at 6, right?
10. Altimeter tree 0.21. Visual runway tree 0 in use. Landing and departing runway
30.
tree 0.
So that was wrong. It's runway 30. I must have read that wrong.
Hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have Quebec.
Okay, over the tower.
Edinburgh Airport information, Quebec 1300 Zulu.
Hey, don't start doing that crap.
161 at
Alright. Runway 30 means that we're already kind of on a 45 here. So let's see what they do. Let's request a full stop landing.
Edinburgh Tower, Cirrus, November 489er Echo Foxtrot is 25 miles north with Quebec to land. Cirrus, November 489er Echo Foxtrot.
Left downwind, runway 30. Okay,
Fly left downwind, runway 30.
that makes total sense.
Altimeter tree 0.20, wind 161 at 16.
I mean, I don't know if I agree with the
Take
runway.
left traffic runway tree 0,
Okay.
Cirrus 9er Echo Foxtrot.
So we'll do a left, almost 45 in there. Go right in the downwind and to 30. Alright, we're good. We're also going to descend down to pattern altitude once I get a little closer. Got to watch out for these little hilly parts right here. And then we'll descend right down over the water to 1,150. See what I'm saying? So George, you're following me in. You want to go first? Again, that's why I love the Tab S6 and even the S3. Is the stylus is amazing on it, and the S6 is, it's a whole different stylus. It's Bluetooth, like low power Bluetooth, but it writes amazing on the screen. So, all right. So just remember, left downwind, runway 30, and you should be good. Yep, left downwind, runway 30. Yep. Just kind of, what I would do, you don't have to follow me obviously, is I would just head direct in like we're doing, and turn that right to be on the left downwind. So it's kind of like you're doing extended 45 right now. But we'll be descending pretty soon. Let's go down to 2,500. And that's the only problem when you do load scenery, is that it stutters when it loads it. So okay, I'm gonna go down in gradualness here to 1,150 for pattern altitude at Edinburgh, Scotland. Trust me, my frames are feeling that scenery too. Keeps bouncing up to 30 and then down to 20, and then off to 30 again. See, with a stylus, you can make pictures for George, giving him 2 thumbs up. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, no, you can't. No, come on. I drew a stick figure and everything. It was amazing. With 2 thumbs up, George. So make it happen. I tried to show up with the oh, actually, I can show it to you here. That's me giving you 2 thumbs up for the landing. So make it happen. I forgot that I was projecting them. Oh, God. Woo, it's getting late here. You got it. That stylus is amazing, let me tell you. All right, we'll descend down to 2,000 pretty soon, but wow, look at these. Look at the scenery here now that we're below the clouds. This is amazing. Pattern altitude again is 1,150, just for reference. Okay, let's go down to 2,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Double check, it's loading all the scenery for Edinburgh, so that's why we're having little glitches. Oh, whoa, hello. So that's what you're not getting by not having all that scenery in there. And on SkyVector, it's saying it's broken at 3,600, so we should be fine. It does say rain, so I'm looking forward to having a little bit of rain. We'll see what happens. And literally, Edinburgh is to the left of the airport where we're coming in there, but there's this city right above it. I have to see what that's all about. All right, so you got north of the airport, North Queens Ferry, the 4th bridge, which I did download scenery for that, so that makes sense now. Which then goes to Queens Ferry, and then Edinburgh Airport. And again, Edinburgh is to the left of the airport. So, but that's that scenery that you're seeing there. That was downloaded freeware from flightsim.to. So, and hopefully it doesn't make my thing glitch too much, because that would kind of suck right now. But it's definitely dragging down the frames. So we'll go with it and see what happens. I'm just hoping that after it loads, ease up a little bit. Yep, Echo Golf Papa Hotel. Should be right over that water, and then a little bit after that. So, yep, my thing just froze. It's probably loading the scenery. Better not crash. There we go. Boy, I'm getting terrible frames from that scenery. George, you disappeared. I'll meet you there, bud. Yep, there you are. You just went ahead of me a little bit. That's because my frames are going terrible. It's trying. But you guys see some nice scenery at least at the expense of my frames. There we go. Let's back up again. Nope. Nope. We'll have to see. It's a little bit better outside. Oh. Yeah, it's directly ahead. You should see it. It's big, it's huge. I can see Edinburgh to the left of you, almost, so just straight ahead, and when you see that big runway, take that right turn to go left downwind. Oh, my frames went back up to the 20s, but they keep bouncing down to 9 intermittently. Alright, I could deal with this. But that's one of those freeware add-ons. Again, that's the Fourth Bridge. F-O-R-T-H. I'm going to be flying over again. North Queens Ferry. Going to Queens Ferry past there, which is right there. This is North Queens Ferry. That's Queens Ferry. And then the airport is a little to the left, George, actually. A little to the left of where you are right now. Further up ahead, a little to the left. Okay, we're looking pretty good on the setup here. We're going to get over the water, and then we'll go to 1,150. But everybody, welcome to Inverkeithing, Scotland. And then North Queens Ferry is right on the point here. And Fourth Bridge, again, going over the water. Pretty impressive. Here's Google Maps. We're about over here. And here's Fourth Bridge. So that bridge you see there? The airport's right there. So let's follow that bridge right to Edinburgh. We'll take a turn to the right. And then left downwind, runway 30. Come in there and land. But I'm pulling about 20 frames. I think we can kind of see the airport, so it's right there. Yep, still loading scenery now. Getting some blurries too as well, so. I think it's because of Edinburgh, which you can download the scenery for in the distance, as well as this bridge. That, huh? Wow. This is Fourth Bridge right here. These bridges must have came in that same pack there as the rest of it. So that's cool. That looks like real life according to the Google Maps. Wow. North Queens Ferry, everybody, right here. Edinburgh out there. They noticed that they didn't match the colors, the scenery, but you know, it's there. Tried it up, you know. That's the airport right there. Alright, seeing that we're going over the water now. Hopefully nothing crashes with all this power that I'm doing now. Let's go down to 1,150. Okay, we'll start this setting down. to 1,200. Which will get us right about there at 1,000 feet above field elevation. And as we get closer, we'll turn the autopilot off. Again, turn a right onto left downwind. That's Edinburgh out there. That's pretty god-awful scenery. I mean, you know, the city's there. But, I guess they couldn't match it that well. Alright. That's what's causing all those stutters, though. Oh no! He's back, everybody. Good fix-its. How are you, bud? We're about to land here in Edinburgh, Scotland. And he's come on with the monkey again, which actually worked for him tonight. I'm sorry I forgot about making it work again for you the other night. But so did you get Mike's signature or what? Did you get an autograph? He met the man, the myth, the legend, Mike from the Virtue USA Flying Club. And where's this airport? Oh, it's there. So I want to... Oh, he needed yours? Okay. I got scenery loading here, so this might be intermittent, so just go with it, okay? Autopilot's going off. Kick back here on speed, and let's take a look at where we are here. That is 3-0 this way. So I'm going to turn downwind pretty soon. Boy, calling that one right, huh? And George landing on 3-0 right now. And actually, you know what? That's not 3-0. 3-0's over here. Oh! Uh-oh. George, wrong runway. At least you're down. 3-0's this one, so I'm going to go take a left here. As soon as my seating loads. That is true. Congratulations on that, by the way. And, oh, something's funky with Edinburgh over here with the scenery. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's not loaded and it's very blurry. Boy, that's terrible. I don't mean PosCon. PosCon's awesome with you, bud. Congratulations. You are. You should be just handing out the autographs right now. So pretty soon you'll be attending air shows, everybody. I wasn't allowed to, oh, is it? Yeah, they told me 3-0. Left traffic, runway 30. Is it closed? Because that makes sense because the Sky Vector says that there's only one runway here. I'm also very low. That would make sense then. Well, I guess I'm just going to go in for it. Well.
Cirrus 9er, Echo Foxtrot.
Okay, I will, even though it's closed.
Wind 204 at 25. Cleared to land runway 30.
Alright,
Cirrus 9er,
I'll meet you
Echo
down there.
Foxtrot.
Give me a second here. Alright, we should probably be back on speed here. 119, 50% flaps. We're still a little low. Alright, we'll turn base right now. Wonder why they closed 3-0, but that makes sense now. A little bit of throttle. That's Edinburgh right there, which is slowing down my system as we speak. Come on, man. Turn this thing. No icing, so I don't have to worry about dropping out of the sky like a rock now. Which is awesome. Oh, whoa, hello. Whoa! Boy, that's terrible peripheral vision. It doesn't help to have the stutters, I won't lie. I'm going to blame it on the stutters, everybody. Okay. 100% flaps. They are freeware scenery of Edinburgh. I don't think they color matched it to the scenery. I think that's what happened. So, but this is going to be quite the landing on 3-0, which is actually closed in real life, as George just told me. So.
500.
But that's why it's glitchy. I'm getting frame rates of like up to 20 and then it goes back to 9. So, is the airport loading? I think the airport's loading too, so that's what it is now. Oh, well, I'm going to pull a Harrison Ford here, and we're going to land on this taxiway. Welcome to Harrison Ford Land, everybody. That's not what that plane says. It says it's a taxi. It's a runway. Punch it, Chewie. Now I wish I had a Star Wars sound. Crap. You know what you know what I do have to get? On the putts that landed on the taxiway. I have to get that as a sound file for the stream. That's what I have to do. Alright, I'm gonna focus on this landing for a second, so excuse me. Yeah. I landed on Charlie. Oh, come on, rudders. Why are my rudders not working?
Cirrus 9 Echo Fox.
My rudders aren't working, everybody.
121.755.
That was weird. What the heck is wrong with my rudders? I'm sorry about that terrible landing. If my rudder worked, we would have been fine. For some reason it didn't. Now I'm in a parking lot. What the heck? Okay. Boy, that was terrible, and I am so sorry about that. Taxi to parking.
Edinburgh ground, Cirrus November 489er, Echo Foxtrot, request taxi to parking.
Let's see if I can use that airport diagram I had earlier.
Cirrus November 489er Echo Foxtrot taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway cross runway 30.
Oh, just cross runway 30. No problem. You got it.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway cross
My
runway 30.
rudders weren't working.
Cirrus 9er,
I don't know
Echo
what was
Foxtrot.
going on there. I blame it on the glitches, but that would have been a pretty smooth landing. Okay, now are they saying to just cross 30 and park over there? George, where are you? You're over there somewhere. I'm gonna go to you, bud. Alright. Boy, this is just glitchy as hell. Alright, I will not go that way. Crossing runway 30, and I guess we're going on a closed taxiway. Boy, this is just terrible. Yeah, this chart from 2006 says that there is a 30. And I'm looking at it. Business aviation was right where I was, by the way. So, terminal we don't want to go to. Control tower. South cargo apron. Alright, well this is obviously closed, so I'm not going here. I'm gonna go where those planes are. How I get there, I do not know. But I'm gonna go down 30 until I get there. So George, I'm coming your way. I'm gonna go down this runway a little bit and take a right onto that little place over there with the planes. You see those planes over there? That's where I'm going. Or did you go to the terminal? Crafty little fellow right there. It says North Cargo Apron over here, control tower. They did say to cross runway 30. Scotland to London to France. We might do that in one leg, so. Yeah. I'm gonna go with these planes, all these jets. So, I'm thinking maybe a tour of Europe. That's what I'm thinking. I want to visit Belgium, because my grandmother came from Belgium, and I know the exact place where she lived when she was there. And I want to actually get more domestic flights in the 172, 152. So, we'll see what happens. But, no, see, that's closed, too. I don't know. I guess it's this right over here. It's amazing that my rudder started working. So what's up with that? I think that was the glitch, to be honest with you. I think it just wasn't reading the input. Yeah, this is where I would park. I don't know. I don't know where life's gonna take me. But we'll figure it out. Let's just park this thing first, though, for tonight. And I'm trying out my new Samsung Tab S6, which I bought used on eBay. Got about $100 off the retail because my other one didn't have enough memory for 2 EFBs, so I was like, it's time to upgrade. But anyways, let's get this checklist out. And I'll post it up here for you so you can see what I'm use in here. Where are you? There you go. Air droid. I'm gonna open it with Acrobat from Samsung. And we have landing, blah, blah, blah. After landing, flaps up. Probably should have done this earlier, but I didn't know where I was going. Come on, let's go. There you go. You're going up, right? Yep. Okay, cool. Power level 1000. We're about there almost. Transponder to standby. And pitot heat off. Fuel pump is already off. Shut down. Avionics switches off. Very good. Fuel pump is off. Mixture is going to be full cutoff after I turn off all lights except for strobe. Okay, mixture full cutoff. Oh, look. Told me I flew for 2 hours and 53 minutes. Cool. Okay, once the prop stops, we turn off the magnetos. Come on. Why is that not stopping? That's what you gotta wonder about yourself. Come on now. Alright, magneto's off, I guess, because it's just staying on. Hello. That's not working either, is it? Nope. That was weird. Man, this is just weird then. What, Scotland? There's like stuff works backwards or something? Whoa. That is weird. Battery, alternator, master switch is off. Everything off. Strobes will go off. And why is that not stopping? That is really intriguing. Alright. I put the parking brake on. The engine's off. There's no mixture. No nothing. Is it the wind here? It could be the wind. Because it's rocking my plane a lot. I don't see anyone else's propeller moving in the wind. Well, there you go. Yeah, I'll cycle the magnetos one more time, but nope. It doesn't look like it's... I guess it might be the wind, but I think that's ridiculous. Just saying. Alright, that being said, let's do our traditional... Let's take the drone out and hopefully the sim doesn't crash. So here we go. Welcome. Is it Edinburgh or Edinburgh? Because I don't quite know. And it took a while for the scenery to load here at the airport, but now that it's here, it's looking pretty good. I believe this is default scenery. There's the control tower. George is over here. He flew with me the entire flight almost, so thank you, George, once again, for coming out tonight. I don't really see you because you're glitchy. Oh god, it's been kind of a letdown with this whole thing here, but you're over there. Edinburgh? Yeah, I was saying that like for the whole beginning of it, and then I was like, oh wait, here's that bridge scenery I downloaded, which was pretty cool. This again is called Fourth Bridge, which is that red bridge right there. And then you have Queensbury and North Queensbury here. Which that is, I believe, scenery that I downloaded too. It included the bridges and this. So this is Google Earth scenery, I believe. That's why it's kind of like that. It's still loading. That's why I had all those stutters. But it looks really good compared to the default. Look at this bridge. Look at Fourth Bridge right here. That wasn't like that in the default, so that is pretty cool too. And these other bridges, which I don't know what they're called, they're definitely modeled. So yeah. Here's North Queensbury. So again, modeled with freeware scenery from flightsim.to. And then we'll go check out the ghost version of Edinburgh out here in the distance. So let's take a look and see what this is all about. But yeah, it's knocking down the frames to about 9 and then it kicks up to 20 sometimes. I don't get it. See what I'm saying? It's like, it's like it's taking a dump or something. Hey, look, it's a golf course. Golf did originate in Scotland. And again, this is Edinburgh. If it ever wants to load, it might crash my system. I won't lie. We'll see what happens. You know what that is? That's actually snow. That's what it is. I guess with the custom created scenery, it couldn't put snow all over it, just over here. Well, very interesting. Or there's missing textures and it didn't load, just like Good Fixin' said. I think that's what it is. Which is probably why I'm getting a lot of stutters. Wow! Or it's like Edward Scissorhands or something. I don't know. I guess I'll have to reinstall that scenery. The EGPI, where the heck is that? Isle of Skye? Okay. Where's that in relation to Edinburgh? Tell me where to go. West side of the country? Oh, dude, I have to fly this drone all the way over? Oh, you mean fly there at a later point? Is that what you're saying? Because Edinburgh is... This is the scenery right here. That's why it looks like this. Islay. Alright, let me see what I can do. Got Glasgow. Oh god, it's on the... Alright, I guess I'll try. Which way am I looking right now? I don't know. Let's go back to the airport for a second. So I guess I have to reinstall that scenery. Maybe it's missing some textures. I did have the thing crash Windows when I was installing scenery, so maybe it didn't load all the scenery things. Alright, if my look, it's still rocking. I have to use the runways to help us. What runway is this? That's 12, so that's 30. If that's 30, to west would be this way, right? Did I get that right? It's about dead west from here. 6, 7, 8, yeah. So we'll see if I can make it out there. I don't know if I will. Whoa, look at that, huh? What was that all about? I think I downloaded too much scenery. Yeah, I'll see. We'll see. We'll let it go. The prop's still running, you know. Maybe, I don't know. I was kind of looking forward to getting to Paris, actually. Yeah. I'm kind of looking at Sky Vector while I do this, but yeah, I get what you're saying, so it's a little bit this way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it, I got to be honest with you. Alright, I'm not going to make it, because I know it's going to crash any second, and I know that's going to ruin the whole experience. But anyways, thank you to George for making this flight with me to Edinburgh, Scotland. And this concludes, I guess, the 7th leg? I think it's the 7th leg of my flying to Europe from Plymouth, Massachusetts, United States. And I'm gonna get a mechanic to look at this airplane, because that's just weird, man. But it's quite interesting, the weather coming in. If I could ever go back in the cockpit, that'd be wonderful too. I think I got it. There we go. So with the rotating prop waving you goodbye, just want to say thank you so much for watching tonight. Appreciate watching the stream, and stay tuned because I'll be announcing what could be final leg, London. We'll take a landing there, and then we'll go to Paris, France, and finish this portion. Probably, maybe do a little bit more after that. I haven't decided yet, but have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you soon. And George, anytime. You can come along anytime. So I will post things as I can. It's just hard with getting a family and kids and stuff. And even tonight, I kind of pushed the limits at being up till 1:45 in the morning. But it's cool. So anyways, good fixins. Thank you for coming on with the Flying Monkey. And with that, have a great night. We'll see you later.